Today's video is about mechanical damage to the follicles, and this can occur if you are doing a treatment too aggressively. It can actually damage your follicles and cause breakage, and I will show in today's video what can happen on follicle level by using a microscope, and also what is actually a solution to this problem. And it is a simple solution that you can easily implement yourself. And for you guys who are new to this channel, I'm Alex, and I'm someone who is a certificate trichologist, but also on a mission to help man to restore their hair to its full potential, regain their confidence by following proven methods that gives long-lasting results. So let's dive into this video, and I will share my screen. And if you look at this picture here, you can see that there is something that is looking quite wrong on the scalp itself, right? So if you zoom it a bit in, you can see that there is a lot of short hair, more like a broken hair, all around this area here, right, from the microscope photo. And you can say that there is around 25-35% of the hair that is broken in this area, and that's quite a significant amount. And that kind of condition can be caused by multiple factors, right? So, for example, it can be caused by nutritional factors, lack of protein, for example, micronutrients. It can also be caused by genetical factors, genetic conditions, or online conditions such as scarring, alopecia areata. But those kind of conditions would have a different structure to those broken hair, right? So there will be different structure to them. Like you can see that those here, for example, if you zoom it a bit more into them, you can see that they have a quite strong base, right? There is not weak base, it's quite strong, like also this one here. Like you can see those here are quite strong, they are just broken, right? So that is an important thing to mention, because when you have a mechanical damage, it looks differently compared to if it was caused by other kind of factors. And if you look at those here itself that has been broken, you can see that they are quite irregular, right? So what I mean by it is that some of them are longer, some of them are shorter, for example, like there's different lengths to them as well. So that again points direction of mechanical damage. And again, like there is also other things on the scalp that is problematic here. Like you can see a lot of buildup, you can see microinflammation. So there is other problems that is occurring here as well, but the main issue is mechanical damage that I want to talk about in today's video. So the reason that kind of mechanical damage can happen, like, and again, this is another picture I want to share with you. And the reason that kind of mechanical damage can happen is that if one is using a treatment that is done too aggressively. So first problem that guy in the picture was using was he was using a bamboo brush to brush his scalp, right? So likely he did it for circulation, but bamboo brush, it is also something that can pull out the follicles, right? It is a brush that is good for long hair, for example, to brush the hair itself, right? So untangle them, but it is not a brush you want to use if your hair is actually long. For example, if your hair itself is longer and you don't want to use it on the scalp itself, right? So bamboo brush is something that can be used, for example, if you have a completely shaved head, right? So you can potentially use bamboo brush to increase circulation. But if you still have a hair there, then I don't recommend bamboo brush, right? Because it will just cause damage there, right? So don't use it. Like it's too harsh for the scalp. And I know some of you guys, for example, when you do scalp massage, you also use this kind of comb as well. And it is also something I don't recommend using, right? Don't use it. Like this is a shampoo comb. And for shampoo, it is fine, but don't use it for scalp massage, right? For application of shampoo, it is fine, but for massage of scalp, don't use it. It's not the right tool. And when it comes to brush and comb you can use for your scalp, I want to show you an example of it. And if you guys check my Instagram profile, you can see that there is a lot of videos that I added there, for example, to help you in your treatment, in your journey of hair recovery. But I also added a video here, or this one here, so it shows exactly what brush to use for scalp cleaning and also for circulation to some degree. Right, so this one here is not something I recommend, and also this one here is not something I recommend. This one here is also too harsh, but what you can use is this one here. This one here is a brush that actually has a pins that is gentle for the skin, right? So they will still work, remove residue from your scalp, but they are not going to break the hair itself, right? You can see how pins are much more gentle, for example, right? So this one here is a good brush, not this one here. So check my Instagram if you want to see which one I recommend. And for example, if you are someone who looks for that kind of brush, you can check out this one here. It's called wet brush, right? This is a brush I recommend in this program. I recommend the workbook, for example. It's a good brush to clean up the scalp from minoxidil residue without damaging the follicles itself. And additionally, like if you need a massage tool, because the problem with that guy that I showed you microscope photos from, he actually had done a lot of aggressive massage on his scalp. And there is a tool that you can use as well for massage, and this one here, right? So this one here actually can be used for massage as well. And the way it works is that you place it in one place, right? So you place it in one place, and then you move your hand, right? So you place it firmly in one place, and then you move your hand to massage your scalp. And this is a way you can massage your scalp without causing a friction to your hair and potentially damage them or pull them out, right? So this is a good tool you can use, and I did make a short video about it, how to use it as well. So if you check my YouTube channel, you can find the short video as well. And additionally, when it comes to another factors that can cause it, and it was a potential issue for this guy, is using a derma roller with blades, right? So if you are using derma roller, always make sure that the roller you use, it is with real needles, not the blades, right? So those one, for example, are blade rollers. This is blade roller, right? So this one is blade roller, this is blade roller. Like most of the rollers that you can see on this page is rollers with blades, and they can easily cut the hair, and they can also cause skin damage, so don't use them, right? I see a lot of them. They often are quite cheap as well, but they are not rollers you want to use. You want to use this kind of roller. Yes, it is more expensive, but it is much more safe for your follicles. It is much more safe for your skin tissue, right? So you want to have a high quality rollers when you are using them on the scalp, right? For example, this one here as well, right? So there is multiple ones that you can actually find that has the real needles and real quality needles, right? This one here should also be okay, but don't use those on here. Like they just will cause damage for you. So in this guy case that I showed you, basically what happened is that, let's take a look at pictures. So what happened in his case is that he was using brushing on the scalp with bamboo brush that caused was too much friction to the follicles itself. He also was using a derma roller, very likely with blades, that was causing a problem for him, a breakage of the follicles. And he also did aggressive scalp massage, right? So all three of them cause this kind of problem. And again, mechanical damage can also be caused by other factors. So for example, if one is over drying the scalp itself, let's say use a hair dryer with too high heat, for example, then it can cause this kind of problem. It can also be caused by, for example, if one is coloring the hair or using a hair dryer, that can also cause this kind of issue, right? So one has to be careful in terms of using different products, different methods on the hair itself, because they can cause breakage, and that kind of breakage is problematical if you want to have good results with treatment and also not cause any additional problems for your follicles. So this is something I want to share with you in today's video, guys. And if you are struggling with the treatment, if you're not seeing results from treatment, then what is next step for you is to book a session below this video. Let's speak. Let's find a solution to your hair loss problem once and for all. Thanks for watching this video, guys, and see you next one.